Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Legomas. Today I'm reviewing set 40755, the Imperial Dropship versus the Rebel Scout Speeder. This is one of the newer Star Wars sets that dropped very recently, and I'm excited to get into this review. It's the first review for Star Wars of Legomas, as I've just been doing Ninjago, and there is more Ninjago to come, but today we're going to focus on this. Starting off with the minifigures. First we have 3 Rebel Fleet Troopers. Now these guys are your standard Rebels, they look pretty good. The helmet on them looks great as always. They have 2 facial expressions, one being a calmer kind of face and the other being more stressed / angry. The printing on the torso is nice, having a little Rebel shirt, pretty iconic look from the movies. There's no leg printing, there's no feet printing, there's no arm printing, and there's only a tiny bit of back printing. So this is kind of a step back from the Ninjago figures we've been looking at very recently, but that's Star Wars for you, isn't it? All these Rebel Fleet Troopers do come with a silver blaster. It looks pretty nice, not gonna lie, and does make the overall figure look better. So you do get 3 of those in this set, which is pretty nice. They do have different prints on the face for all of them, I believe. So there are your 3 Rebel Fleet Troopers, and you also get 3 Stormtroopers. And we've all seen these guys, but I'm gonna go over them anyway. So obviously you've got the standard Stormtrooper helmet. The Stormtrooper helmet doesn't look great. I will be honest with you, it does not look great. Underneath that helmet, as you can see, we have a face with only 1 facial expression. But I mean, you're not really going to see the face, are you? So it doesn't really matter. As you can see, this Stormtrooper has pretty nice printing on the torso and the legs. And also on the back. The Stormtroopers also come with a black blaster. Overall, the 3 Stormtroopers look great, and it's nice to keep adding them to the collection. The last figure we're going to be looking at is QTKT. This is a 25th anniversary figure for this set, and it's an astromech droid. It has a good story behind it. I have heard the story of QTKT, and it's heartwarming, it really is. And it's nice to get this as a figure. A pink astromech droid does look really, really cool, I'm not going to lie. It has really nice prints on the head and also the body of the astromech. It just looks great, honestly. And this 25th anniversary plaque as well to put QTKT on just finishes the look. But yeah, it's a good choice for a minifigure, something that we'd never get in another set. So good job, Lego. Now we're going on to the builds. First, we're going to look at the Imperial Dropship. Now, this thing looks really cool, and the fact you can fit all 3 minifigures on this is crazy. So you can fit 1 minifig in the cockpit area, and then you can also stick 2 standing up right at the back of the dropship. It's pretty cool. So yeah, all 3 of the minifigures in the ship does look great, and I'm glad you can fit all 3 on there. But I do remember there was an Imperial Dropship that's been made before that you can fit more than 3 figures in. So it's a shame this isn't bigger, because this would look very cool, like in a bigger scale. I'm not gonna lie, this little build does the job. So we're gonna start off at the back here. We have this little thing that you can take in and out, and I think that is so you can like drop the Stormtroopers, an Imperial Dropship, you know what I mean? So they stand on there, drops out, boom, they've got the weapons at the sides. Pretty nice, not going to lie. You've got the thrusters at the top, looking great, some nice building techniques there. Lego Star Wars always does make good looking thrusters on ships. You've got some Imperial logos splattered all around the dropship as well, 2 on the sides there and 1 at the top. Just makes the ship look a little bit more detailed, and it does. For something so small, it does look very incredibly detailed, and that's one of the great things about the Imperial Dropship here. As you can see, we've got some little play features at the side with stud shooters, and then at the front of the dropship, you've got this really nice angle where the whole like cockpit area drops down on like an angle. It's great and it looks mint. If you open up the cockpit, you can also see a little control panel in there for your pilot to man, which is pretty good. And the whole colour scheme of this dropship looks great, I'm not going to lie. So that's the Imperial Dropship. It's great. I'm glad you can fit all 3 minifigures on there. It's just a shame it's not a little bit bigger. Up next, we have the Rebel Scout Speeder, and in my opinion, this is the better of the 2. If you place them both together, they're not well scaled with each other because the Imperial Imperial Dropship should definitely be bigger. But the Rebel Scout Speeder looks great. Once again, you can fit all 3 Rebels on there. So you can fit 1 on the turret at the top, and then you can fit 2 in the middle of the Scout Speeder. Once again, a great looking build this is. The stickers give this Scout Speeder so much more detail. You've got a Rebel logo right at the front there. The colour scheme with the red and the grey looks great. And with the added stickers, 10 times better. At the back of the Scout Speeder, you can see 2 more thrusters, just like the ones on the Imperial Dropship. And they look great, just like the Imperial Dropship ones do. Moving up to the turret, as you can see, you've got like little ladders going up the sides, it looks like, so they can actually climb onto the turret. But once they get on the turret, they're met with a control panel and 2 stud shooters with a massive cannon right at the front, which looks great. Once again, you can fit 2 of the Rebels in the middle of the Scout Speeder, and they look absolutely fine both sitting there, and it doesn't take up too much space. The windshield of the Scout Speeder looks great as well, with a really nice curve. This build is really nice, and underneath of the Scout Speeder, you also have some flat surface pieces, so you can actually move it around your surface a lot easier, which is always great. The only issue I've seen with this is I don't think there's anywhere to put your weapons. This is pre-editing. I stand corrected. You can actually store your weapons. If you take off the turret, you can put your weapons in this little space here, which is pretty neat. So get them down like that, and then put your turret back on, and your weapons fit in there just fine. So if you want anywhere to store your weapons, that's where you store them. But other than that, this build is perfect. And I do think these 2 builds are great. It's a great play set. Not too great for display, I don't think. But if you wanted to get it for your kid to play with, I think they'd have a whale of a time with this set. And the inclusion of QTKT is definitely one of the highlights of this set. But yeah, guys, 2 amazing builds, 6 amazing figures, plus 1 exclusive astromech droid. You can't complain. For this price and this piece count, it's not too bad. Usually, Lego Star Wars aren't great with the prices, but I don't think this one's too bad. £35 for all that. Could it be better? 100%. Is it okay for what it is? Sure. If you did enjoy this episode of Lego Miss, please smash that like button and the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next episode.